experimenting on them, and they'd wake up with
For science, you know?
them before.
Then
Well,
you go back even further and you have barber surgeons where it's like, well, we don't have a doctor, but that guy knows how to use scissors and stuff to cut hair and shave
He's got a
beards,
sharp
so
knife and an apron. He could do it.
we'll give him this Cliff Notes handwritten book we have from a doctor I know from back home. That'll work.
He already knows how to amputate hair.
Yeah.
Okay,
What's
but
an
listen,
arm?
what if they were actually really good because of their barber skills?
I mean, there probably was
lot of
one
Not
guy.
utilizing our barbers.
A lot of the ships of the first Europeans to come here to North America, that was all they had was one barber surgeon on the ship.
Oh my god.
If there were like, there was someone with actual medical experience, but it was usually like dentistry, which if you imagine how brutal dentistry is now and then take it back a few hundred years.
Oh yeah,
I feel like that
at
would
the
be much
Renaissance
less
fair.
delicate than hair cutting.
Yeah, dude. Their drill would be the guy that goes like this, get you right in there.
Yeah,
There's a guy that walks around the Renaissance fair that says dentist on like a piece of wood. It's just like a metal pipe or a wrench that he has, or like really ridiculous rudimentary pliers.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just get rid of your teeth, you know? Knock them out.
Take this heroin. We'll get this figured out.
Oh, heroin.
Sometimes it's all you need.
I hear a lot about that at work. Apparently, there's a heroin problem.
Oh
At
shit.
work? There's not a lot of people at
Yeah.
your work.
Nah. There's a
Oh.
heroin problem in the area.
Oh.
Are they all aspiring dentists?
They
You know,
might
I can't know for sure. I haven't asked him.
Fair enough.
There's just one dentist
Fun
going
fact.
around getting people hooked.
Fun fact, if you see
Oh, yeah.
like addiction support groups that don't have a specific name, like they're not like AA or like a Gamblers Anonymous, most of the unnamed ones in the area are for heroin addiction. It's the one they don't put in the name.
Interesting.
That is interesting.
I mean, if there's no name, technically you could just run in with any addiction, right?
I mean, there
think.
are general ones too, but specifically around here, like Joliet, like Morris, Shanahan, all this area, most of them are heroin.
I was told that if you're picking between being a heroin addict and an alcoholic, it's way cheaper to be a heroin addict. That's what I've been told.
Ooh.
Okay.
Like when
That
you're
doesn't
shopping
surprise me.
around for debilitating vices.
Yeah. if you're hell bent on getting addicted to something, alcohol is one of the more expensive ones. And that's the one controlled by capitalism. It all makes sense.
Ah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it can't be bad as like addiction to chocolate, right? Or
What
like
about coffee?
yeah,
$5
caffeine.
Starbucks every single morning.
Coffee is a strange addiction because, like, the people who are overly addicted, you can tell just by their face. Like,
Eat that, damn.
What?
you can though, because like if someone who's like super like they have coffee all day, every single day, your face starts getting more sunken in, and it
Probably
dehydrates.
just dehydrate. Yeah,
So
dehydration.
you end up like with a lot of wrinkles that shouldn't be there on youthful people.
The coffee guy.
No, it's not just depression. You don't get wrinkles from depression.
This is from the people that are like, here's the 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. pot done. Now it's time for the lunch coffee pot. Then I need the
Yeah.
afternoon slump coffee pot. And then there's
Yeah.
the one after work when I get home.
I think you
And then
can
they
get
don't
it
drink
from
water.
depression, though. I think you can get it from depression, though, as well. Because if you stop like eating or drinking water, stuff like that, you just don't care about your own health because of your depression. You'll probably get the same way, right?
Wrinkles?
No, like the sunken face and stuff like that because of dehydration.
This and that are not the same. These are not the same.
It
I
may
mean,
add as a-
I would think.
It's the difference between I'm not taking care of myself and I'm actively drinking a substance that dehydrates me more. Like somebody drinking salt water. It's
And
not
not eating.
intelligent. It's not
Never
intelligent.
intelligent. I mean, I can't say much because I love drinking the pickle juice.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat what you said? Because I'm positive I heard the wrong thing.
That's
No, you
different,
didn't.
though.
I
That's-
love drinking the pickle juice.
Oh, pickle juice.
Oh,
Oh,
did you hear
God.
Beetlejuice? Because that's what I heard.
I heard people juice. I didn't know what the. I was like, what people
I've-
juice are you drinking?
I have a bowl of pickle chips right now. Pickle
Let's
juice is
go.
way more normal than the things we are.
I mean, but it's
Yeah, right?
saltiness. It's saltiness though, so it's technically salt water.
Maddie's doctor told her that she needs to actively consume way more salt.
Oh. Yeah.
That she needs to consume more salt.
Yeah.
Eat
Yeah.
rocks.
Often you go to the store with somebody who's like, oh man, this doesn't have enough salt in it.
Wow. Okay, that's a first. I've never heard that one before. Normally, it's cut the sweets.
Pots gives you low sodium.
Ah.
Okay.
Okay.
Bump
And
it
so do
up.
antidepressants, I was just told.
Wow. Okay, that's interesting.
Somebody needs to
See.
eat rocks like a Goron.
We'll learn something new every day.
I've seen her dump salt in her hand and lick it.
I've been there.
I've been there as well.
It's a bad.
Nice.
If you don't have pots, it's a bad road. Don't go down that way.
I've been there.
A salt addiction. A salt addiction carefully nourished by our community. And every food we consume.
All right, this is episode number 93.
Huzzah!
Wow.
It's called
We've
Moving
had
On
more
Up.
episodes than some television shows.
Yeah. We're coming for you, One Piece. We'll get you.
Oh God, I hope we end it before 1,000.
Oh, I think I'd die
$9.99.
before that. Is it
It's
possible?
gonna be cut.
This.
It's gonna be cut in the middle of the 1,000 episodes, so it's $9.99 and a half.
Yeah, I mean, it would take decades to get
It
even
would-
close.
Start
to that.
doing 2 a week.
It would. Not even. You would probably have to do once a day.
We would
Oh,
have
no,
to
no.
train
That would only be like 4
successors.
years.
I would have to have children and train them to replace me.
I mean, it's 25 years, so
This one's
That's
called.
what my dad did. It's not all that uncommon.
It's called Moving On Up. Last time we made our way back to Karenia. That's why the background's Karenia again. And snuck in underneath the watchful eye of the Internum. We've seen them now. Arvstan's seen a good number of them. They're this sort of like sickly pale, almost translucent type of people wearing black armor. They're, for the most part, allowing the city to operate as normal, but they are heavily occupying it. And they are engaged in executions of the government, which is not normal. Doesn't usually happen. So we found a resistance in the sewers led by Sudsy, who was the leader of a gang of street toughs in the Docks district of Karenia that we met in the very beginning of the campaign, over 90 episodes ago. who has informed us that he has a plan to try to oust the Interdom from the city that involves assassinating their queen, who is housed in an airship that is docked at the top of the palace, which is at the top of the crescent-shaped city itself. That he wants your group to head up there and do the deed, and that once you have reached the airship, you are to send a signal down to him and his resistance crew so that they can create a distraction to help ease your passage to her. Theoretically, based on information that the resistance has gathered, the destruction of the queen will result in a loss of morale great enough for the Interdom to stop their occupation and return to their own country. So fingers crossed on that. We've done our best. We put in a minor disguise to sneak through the trade district to find our way to an ally that we have there named Illyra, who said some cryptic stuff. Basically was giving the idea that fighting in this war probably isn't worth the effort when there is the threat of the bugs and the judge looming on the horizon, and that most of our energy should be focused there. But we disagreed. Eventually, Ravi made a somewhat persuasive argument that changed Illyra's mind. Maybe not in the way that you've expected, but she agreed to sort of passively help you by granting you the assistance of her familiar Miko, the little black cat, who has donned his outdoor clothes and proceeded to lead you on his path to make it to the temple district. So that's where we left off. Miko has a little cape on, and he struts his way out the door. As you follow behind him, he turns around and lets out a near silent meow at you. You can see he opens his mouth as if to make the sound, but very little comes out.
Did that catch his whisper? Was that a cat whisper?
I think so. I will look at the cat and see if it's like pointing or cat pointing somewhere.
He just sort of starts trotting down the street.
I will follow the trotting cat.
All right. He's chirping at the rest of you.
Definitely following, yeah.
He makes his way along. He goes probably like 3 or 4 houses down. And then he starts climbing up a box set next to one house, and then leaps up on an awning coming off of a second-story window.
I see where this is going.
I will try to climb it after him, not seeing where this is going.
Ravi, make an acrobatics check.
I'm gonna watch Ravi do it first.
That's a 9.
Ravi clambers to get up on the box in the first place. He does not do it gracefully. So he kind of like puts both hands on top of it and tries to like push himself up, and then just kind of rolls over onto the top of the box. Does a kind of pathetic leap to go up for the ledge. It's not high enough to reach yourself up. Miko throws his paw out and grabs your hand.
I mean, I'd grab it instinctively.
No!
So Miko's up. He's got both paws on you now. He's like struggling to hold Ravi up to this like awning.
I don't suppose I can make a strength check to try to pull myself, right? Something that isn't dex based.
You could try. I'm going to have him make one also. He's got an 11.
I got a 14.
Okay. The two of you struggle, but the rest of you on the ground can see they slowly making progress. Miko is pulling Ravi up. Luckily, he's not wearing heavy armor like he normally would be. So he just slowly lifts him over, and then they both kind of collapse on top of the awning up there. Ravi's splayed out, breathing heavy. Miko is next to him in the same pose.
I don't think I've seen anything more graceful in my life. Like a beached whale. Right, let's go.
Neither of them will be able to help you, the rest of you, get up there.
I'll get up.
If you're just going to climb, make an acrobatics check.
Oh, joyous day of days. 10.
10? Yeah. Hajite is going to beef that. You can get up onto the box, but the leap up to the awning is really the tough part. So you kind of like touch it with your fingers, fall down. You don't like crash and hurt yourself or anything, but you're not able to catch it. You land on your feet on the floor once again.
I think I'm too short. Someone help. This isn't funny.
Can I just go up there and help her out?
If you want to help, Hajite can make another try with advantage.
Yeah.
You sure I can't dead weight and hope he can pull me up?
Armstead can't just go up without making a check himself, so he's going to stay down and help try to boost you up.
Yeah.
With advantage?
Yes.
Oh, I got an unnatural 20.
Oh, there we go.
The other one was a 6.
With Armstein's help, you can get yourself up there. Once you're up on this little overhanging precipice, you can see that Ravi is still recovering. Miko's kind of sat up in that way that cats do, where like his back legs are still kind of like splayed out in front of him, but like his front part is just kind of tucked up. And he's still kind of like heaving, breathing. He like looks at you. You can see his tongue is hanging out. And he's like panting a little bit.
Well, I'm gonna pet him. He's a good kitty. Good job.
Okay, there are 2 more of you that need to climb somehow.
Dexterity, right?
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
Do you guys want a rope?
Let's see.
No, never mind. He doesn't want it.
Nah. Acrobatic is 4, unnatural 20. 16 plus 4.
Okay, Armstead parkours his way up. He, with one hand, lifts himself up and jumps onto the box. And then he triangle jumps off the wall. He like, jumps to the wall and then kicks it and lifts himself up onto the awning.
While having Husk with me.
Yeah.
I hate you. I want to try and shove him off.
Oh!
Go ahead, yeah. It's an
Okay.
attack roll to shove.
Attack roll? Can we then like roll against her or something like that?
You've got an armor class to defend yourself.
Okay.
16.
16 does beat your armor class.
Yes.
Yeah, so that will shove Arvistan off. He's going to take 1 point of bludgeoning damage as he falls down and hits the ground.
Oh.
Why did you push him?
What did you do that for?
Parkour again. Do it.
I want to look around real quick to make sure there aren't a bunch of people standing there staring at us, scaling someone's house and pushing people off.
That would make a noise, yes. Arvistan hitting
Yeah.
the ground. Make a perception check, Grip.
Oh my god.
Can I make sure this awning is sturdy enough for all of us?
I got a 17 on acrobatics again.
I had 25 on perception.
Wow.
I see everything.
So one insect here.
Yeah, Grape and Arvidsson have good perception.
This area of the district is kind of barren at the moment. There's just one old lady sweeping her stoop nearby. She's kind of like trying to focus on her work and occasionally looks over to where all of you are, kind of disdainfully. Not so much like, oh, these are interlopers that are going to try to assassinate the queen, but more like
Uh,
these hoodlums, kids these days type look.
more like get off my lawn. Got it.
Yeah. Even though it's not her house, like she's a few houses down. But you know how an old lady can be sometimes.
It's true.
See, Arvisan, I knew you were so good you could do it twice.
The awning
That
probably won't hold
wasn't
all your weight.
fun.
It's not built for this. It's made for cat.
Ah. Hey, Miko.
Miko's gonna leap up onto the roof.
Oh, no. Miko, buddy, I'm not a cat.
He looks back down and meows at you.
I'll like
He
I'll
reaches
sit
a
up.
paw down.
No! Riv, can you get up here?
I'm gonna
Well-
look real quick to see if I can just walk around the house to the back.
There is an alleyway between this house and the next house. You're not sure exactly where Miko's going, but you can get to the other side of the house if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, I probably can't see them from the other side though, right?
No, you won't. From that angle, you won't be able to see them anymore.
Okay. Miko, buddy, are we going over here? Point like down the alley. It's okay. You can climb on stuff if you
He
want
looks
to.
over his shoulder and he just kind of like points in the general direction of the temple district.
I'll just meet you on the other side.
Oh,
Okay.
I,
I'll climb onto the house. If there's somewhere not onto a tiny awning, perhaps.
I will
Take
try to
that
jump
one.
onto the house and just climb my way up.
All right, give us another acrobatics check.
That was not too bad. 16.
16. Okay, Ravi jumps up. He's able to grab the edge of the roof. It's kind of like pitched roof that Miko's up on the top of, and kind of pull himself up. You do like a little swing motion to try to get up on like a shorter portion of the roof on the side, and then just kind of roll yourself up onto the shingles. Do you want to stand up when you're up there? Pretty exposed.
No, I would probably stay like I would say like an army crawl thing, so kind of like on my belly, and I might like turn around to try to like, catch somebody should they have a hard time, but
Sure.
otherwise no, I would not expose myself.
Okay. So Ravi's laying up on the roof, ready to help someone else up if necessary. Miko's also there.
I'm gonna give Crib finger guns, bardic inspiration.
Hmm. I feel like you don't have a lot of trust in me, in my abilities, but I will take it.
Oh no, you're just the last one, and I'm gonna need help. I can't give it to myself.
We'll try and get up.
Okay.
Arvisan, you might want to get up there. Crib's a big laddie.
I'll go up there.
Well, you gotta make a check too. Acrobatics, buddy.
Oh
You
yeah,
had a
put
16?
spider crawl up the wall.
13 plus 4, 17.
Okay.
No, 17? Yeah, 17.
Put Arvistan up on the other side of the roof, opposite Ravi.
Now
Kriv,
just,
you
like,
got did you say
crawl down.
16 to get out of the awning?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that should do. That leaves Hajite and Kriv at sort of mid-level, and everyone else on the roof.
You need a boost, Ashley?
Yes.
Probably can't do that, but I try.
If you help, it gives Hajite advantage on the check.
shall see. Oh yeah. $15.
15's tough. Yeah.
What if I grasp a Ravi hand?
I think you probably have to. Yeah, you'll probably get a hand, but not get all the way up onto the roof.
Oh, well.
So if you can grab Ravi or Arvistan's hand and have them make a strength check to pull you up.
Strength.
Arvistan's strength's for sure better, but it's whoever you want to grab.
Yeah,
Okay, Arvistan.
21.
Well, okay.
Oh!
He sort of starts pulling you up and rolls himself up
And-
onto the roof to get you all the way.
Thanks.
I thought in my mind I was going to, drop you like you pushed me, but then I said, you know what? I'm not a bad guy. So you're lucky.
Okay. I'm not a bad guy.
You literally pushed me!
That's just repercussions of your actions.
Of what action? I didn't do anything to you!
Arvistamigo puts a paw on your shoulder and just pats you a couple times.
Thank you.
Does that make you feel better?
Coming from Miko, yes.
I'm gonna lean over the edge. Oh, Criv.
I will try to climb up there as soon as I hear no longer arguing.
Okay. Acrobatics then.
You know what's so sad? I have a +4 acrobatics.
Wow.
This nonsense.
Is it a D8 for your inspiration?
D10.
D10. That's better.
We hope.
14.
I'm getting.
14.
I'm gonna assume it doesn't work.
It's not
That's
enough.
wasted inspiration.
I rolled a 4 and then 9 from the inspiration and 1 from my natural skills. So
Oh my god.
You were very inspired, and it did not help.
Well, you could catch Ravi's hand. Criv doesn't have to jump as high because they're a lot taller. But Arvistan is not available. He's just pulled Hajite up. So Ravi's going to have to make the strength check to get you up there.
Unnatural 20.
All right, there you go.
Hey.
So we've made it up
Yay.
onto the roof of somebody's home. We don't know who it is, how much noise we make tromping around on top of it.
yelling.
Yeah, screaming at each
The
other.
bird somewhere.
I was gonna say. So here's a question: did Shell just?
Shell? I don't think she's been going with you.
No, Shell didn't come
Or
with
did
us.
she
Shell
not? She
stayed.
didn't come with us.
Yeah, she's very conspicuous. You're trying to sneak
She's
right
quite
now.
He did bring a baby, though.
Yeah, Shell stayed with the resistance to be a part of the distraction crew, which leans toward her strengths a bit more.
There's
Definitely.
a giant
Yeah.
angry bird filled with vengeance.
Yeah.
So Miko starts trotting away along the peak of the roof. He walks it like a tightrope.
I will crawl, kind of like on the side of the roof next to him.
Children.
Yeah. Is everyone crawling, or is somebody walking, or?
Nah, I am crawling.
Yeah, I'm too big.
I mean, if somebody's walking, might as well everybody walk.
Well, I'm thinking about
Someone's gonna
I'm imagining my bare flesh just scraping across the roof.
You're a snake.
So what? I'm dainty.
That's what snakes do.
Hang out on roofs?
Wiggle around and move on the ground.
They're like the kings of crawling. That's like crawling 101 is snakes.
I've never seen a snake walk anywhere before.
Well, let me tell you, I don't know how many snakes with legs you've high-fived, but fine, I'll crawl. This sucks. It's terrible. Why are we going this way?
Miko will get to the end of the roof of this building and leap a 5-foot gap to the roof of the next building.
Yeah.
It should not be too difficult. You will have to stand to make the jump, but I think everybody should be able to do it without any problem.
Hey guys, I just remembered something.
What's up?
I have jumpy boots on. Let's ignore that. Let's go.
You're standing there in moon shoes like, help! Uppy!
I am the little one.
Oh my god.
That's so sad. 5'7", and that's still the little one.
Now the question is this athletics as opposed to acrobatics?
Yeah, it would be. It's a very easy check, though.
Oh, athletics. Shit.
11.
8.
8.
I will wait for someone else to jump down first, though. Use
I
them as
think
cover.
knowing that you have jumpy boots and that you're trying to jump a gap, I can't really see you fail. You'd have to do something horrible to fail. I would.
Oh, good.
Like a
Thank
nat
God.
1 would have to be the thing. How's Arvistan's jump? Forever, like
17 plus 4, 21.
I believe that all of us in real life could very easily jump 5 feet.
I hope so.
Not
Unless
not
you have
up, but across.
Unless you have a very bad knee, then
Like
you're
me,
a problem.
I have 2 of them.
Okay, listen. I roller skated and did so much demolishing to my leg, and that's not even like a foot off the ground.
I would tell you that I think reasonably that I could step that gap without even needing to jump.
All right, we're gonna have to test that in real life.
We'll see.
Yeah, for sure.
I think I could step, because I think I have a normal stride of about 3 feet. And stretching that might not be too tough.
I can see that.
I'm just gonna pull up the car. It's like, all right.
Cars?
Yeah.
What a choice. Okay.
A cliff to a cliff.
Yeah. That's easy. Simplest thing to walk on would be a car.
That's all I got, man.
We'll have to follow Miko across the rooftops here. And as a result, I want everyone to make a stealth check.
I don't remember if I did it when we left for Lear's house or not, but passed without a trace is a thing I have.
Stealth plus 6.
Pass without a trace?
That'll be 32.
Yeah,
That's plus 10?
Yes, plus 10.
yeah.
That'll be 32 for me.
With pass out a trace, it's a 24. Otherwise, it's a 14.
That's an unnatural
without a
20.
trace, it's 15.
With, oh my god.
Ooh, I'm rolling like garbage today.
Mine would have been a 12 total, but I have the reroll with my shield.
I rolled a 3.
Ooh, Crib, what'd you get?
21, apparently. I forgot that I have a number to add to it.
Well,
Oh, I got 17. I'm sorry. I forgot bards have extra doodads.
Extra doodads.
They have
Good old
extra,
bard
extra
doodad.
doodads. Bards have I'm good at everything points.
Audacity?
Yeah.
okay.
Overconfidence. Technically, it's called Jack of all trades, but yeah.
Then, as we're following Miko across the rooftops, you maintain a relative sense of security that you haven't been seen. You can see a lot of the internum are present here, but they're in more of the sort of market area of the trade district where a lot more business is being conducted, while you're sort of coming across a residential part. Ajite is going to slip loose a clay shingle as you are going, and it is going to slide down the roof and smash on the ground below you.
Oh,
But that does not draw attention to the roof. It draws attention to the ground where it broke. The nearest internum soldiers to that area are about 100 feet away from it, and they just sort of slowly saunter their way over to investigate it. As long as you move quickly enough, you should get away from the area before they reach it. But when they do see it, they'll notice that it is from the roof.
I will make slightly more haste, I suppose, or whatever we're doing.
After that crash, Miko will start to climb down. He chooses to descend temporarily onto a clothing line strung between two buildings, and then leap to a second floor balcony from there.
Well, I'm for sure not going to make it onto the clothing line.
If you want, you could just drop. You take a d6 of bludgeoning damage if you just drop onto the balcony itself. It could make a sound if there's somebody inside of that building in the house at the time on the second floor. They might also notice you.
I can go down first because I have a fancy ring of slow. I'll see if I can help catch or lift you guys down.
It's as good as plan as any.
agree.
All right, Kriv will go first. And Princess Peach, your way down onto the balcony next to Miko. Miko will put the quiet paw in front of his face. I'll motion inside through the window that there is someone sleeping in there. And then he looks back up to the roof where everyone else is waiting, gestures for them to come down, holds his arms out.
Will also hold my arms out or reach up or whatever.
I don't suppose I can like kind of scoot a little bit down and like I don't know, push myself and just kind of try to lower myself down that way, so I'm hanging like this and then just drop.
You could try that, yeah.
Okay.
You see Robbie make this slow, calculated movement to kind of rearrange himself and slowly drop off backwards. You will be probably about 2 or 3 feet between where your feet are and where the balcony floor is. Kriv, if you want to grab Robbie and try to like ease him down, that might make it a little bit smoother. Just do a little strength check to just kind of like take his weight for a second.
4.
4?
4?
It does not slow him. So Ravi kind of just like drops. He kind of thuds on the balcony a little bit. Miko does a quick freeze frame looking inside the window.
You have your shield.
I sure do.
Could you secret us?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna try to like put it up in front of like, I don't know, the window, I suppose.
Okay. Yeah, that'll make a pretty big difference. The person that's sleeping in there shifts a bit, but they don't turn to face the window. So they may still be asleep. Again, Ravi's not wearing all of his armor, and he's like a 17-year-old boy, and not like the most strapping of 17-year-old boys, so he's not huge. He doesn't make a loud sound.
The one time not having armor helped us.
Who's next to come down?
I'll go down next. That's acrobatics again.
If you want to just like jump, yeah.
Or
can help
like
if you
slow,
want.
slow, drop slowly,
Can
like
you?
Ravi was.
If you want to drop slowly, you don't really need to make a check. That's what Ravi just did. It's whoever's down there that might want to catch you and prevent you from falling would have to make a check.
Ravi, catch me like one of your French girls.
Wow.
15.
15's all right. You do kind of like have to take the weight, stumble back a little bit, so you like plant one foot backwards, but you're able to do it pretty quietly, and you just kind of like it's like catching a big sack of flour or like a hay bale. You kind of feel that weight, your knees bend a little bit, and then you put arm stand down to recover yourself.
I was picturing like duo ice dancing, and then you said, like a sack.
Arm stand and yeah, like air movement is somewhat new to him, much newer than it is to anyone else. So he's like, oh, if it was underwater, he would just do this, and then he would just like swim down.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and leap. It's my best bet.
Just a straight jump down. Okay.
Yeah.
You don't want any help?
I might land on people.
He's a strong, independent woman.
Thank you. 17.
Okay. Hazute sort of crouches down on the end of the roof. You put your hands on the roof itself. You dip one leg off, and then you just kind of like with the other leg leap forward just a little bit. Land down. I wouldn't say cat-like reflexes, but maybe snake-like.
Ah. Well, if I threw a snake, it would just...
From here, Miko jumps down onto the top of a trash can and then down to the floor. He looks up at you and meows, and he slips through in between two buildings. That's a crack that's maybe 2 feet wide.
Can I make it if I turn sideways?
I think 2 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I would think so. I gotta do 2 feet if I turn
pretty wide.
sideways.
So I got an 18-inch ruler in front of me here. If I put that to my back, I would easily make it through that gap.
There we go.
But you got to get down to the ground first. So jumping on the trash can would probably rattle the trash can, make a lot of noise. So for the rest of you, it's probably more likely to jump straight down to the ground. We've got a drop of about 15 feet, which isn't going to kill you if you just drop it, but it will hurt a little bit.
I can float down.
Ooh,
I can offer to
you got
try
the
and help
ring.
catch again, but
All right, Kravel's off first. Just a nice gingerly drop down to the floor in a sort of stone cobble-like alleyway in between. There's like the back of the building you just jumped off of, and then there's this back of another building right in front of you. Turn and look up at everyone else.
I'm gonna do this jive. bardically inspire again, and fully expect you to catch me. Because I am
Okay.
this. And have been the whole time.
Okay. Kriv, you got the inspiration. Hajite, you're going to jump off. Just like your back falling down and catch me like bridal style.
Wow.
Straight off of the balcony. So Kriv, it's up to
Crossfall.
you to
This
make the
needs
catch.
to work.
Athletics.
This needs to work for like the drama of it.
Oh yeah. It would be so sad. You're such a big to just like
Unnatural 20.
Okay.
Yo.
Kriv catches you like a heroic white knight. You land in their arms as dramatically as you want that to happen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Your hair
Thank
billows
you.
down to either side next to you.
Oh yeah.
Your dress
Very
falls
drama.
perfectly.
Pause
Why,
for a
thank
moment
you.
as Kriv just holds you and then gingerly places you down on the ground.
And then hey Kriv, you want to catch them like that too?
We'll see. No
Ooh
one
la
falls
la.
like you, Hajite.
Well, when you're this good. Not graceful.
Now, a younger Ravi jumping from this height would have hurt himself, as he did.
It's true. But I'd probably jump for something that was a bit even further than what this is. I would probably try to like do the same thing, lower myself and let go. Fall as little distance as possible.
Are either of you going to try to catch him as he's coming down?
And I would try.
All right, give me another athletics check, Kriv.
I don't think it can hurt to try.
If you fail, Ravi's going to take 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
Uh-oh.
Okay, but if I didn't try at all, it would be the same anyway, wouldn't
Correct,
it?
yes.
Yeah. So it can't hurt me. It's a 12.
Okay. You kind of like break his fall as he's coming down, so he won't get himself hurt. It's a little noisy. I understand the person inside the building is like roused a bit. You're still there next to the window, and now Ravi's reflective shield isn't here with you anymore.
I drop down really quick before they take a peek.
Okay, I'll have you make, since Armstead seems to be the most athletic of the crew, even though Hajite has like the acrobatic bonus. I'll have you make an acrobatics check to not take damage when you hit the floor.
17 plus 4, 21.
Okay. Armstead lands. He does a superhero landing, 3-point landing
Oh good.
on the ground. Miko meows at you silently. He turns and runs down his little alleyway. You are going to have to kind of squeeze through there. It's too narrow for you to go shoulder width. You kind of have to shuffle sideways as you go across. You could hear on the other sides of the walls people like cooking meals, some parents reading to their children, just kind of lives happening inside the buildings.
Gross.
Ew.
When you come to the end of this tight alley, you're up against the wall that separates this district from the Temple District. It stands up very high. It's not a defensive wall. It's just a wall that's separating areas of the city. But it is still like a good 35 feet high, just because the Temple District is actually like raised up. And the way that they've leveled out the ground has made it so that they had to carve out a chunk of the hillside. So this area is much lower than it naturally would be, and it's much higher on the Temple District side. Miko goes to a cat-sized crack in the wall. And he crawls himself through and leaps up. He pokes his head back through to look at the rest of you. And he does his another silent meow.
If I try to reach my arm through,
Do
I make any progress?
You could get your arm through without really any difficulty.
Ooh. Held up at the shoulder.
Yep. Miko rubs on your hand on the other side.
I'm just putting this out. Isn't it easier that somebody like can speak with animal and talk with Miko and understand better what she's trying to say?
I think it's obvious what Miko's trying to say. Miko wants us to go through that hole.
Okay.
I think
I'm also pretty sure he.
Just saying. Just out there,
Been straightforward with us the whole time, Arviston.
No, okay.
Well, I can get through. Anyone else? No?
Can I get through?
And it's a cat-sized hole. You are larger than cat size. It would be not easy. And by that, I of course mean impossible to squeeze through.
No, okay.
Well,
I was about to say, what should I roll for this?
I can use gaseous form to get through. Anybody else? I cannot cast it more than one time though, so my bad.
I don't suppose I see a way to like climb over where this cat is, correct?
There's not an easy way from here. He has not led you to the ideal place to be doing something like that. The wall's not built to be climbed. It wouldn't be impossible if there was a rope coming from the other side to get yourself over the wall that way. If there could be somebody on the other side of the wall beforehand. It would leave you with a portion of time while climbing the wall that you would be exposed, though.
Mm-hmm. I can get to the other side.
Yeah, if you and maybe Kriv, if you want to transform into something to get there, take one of the ropes,
Yeah.
toss it over, and we just try it that way.
If Miko could toss the rope and tie it.
I don't think Miko can do that. That would be kind of cray-cray.
I will look and just kind of like, Miko, did you have a plan for the rest of us?
He scratches his head.
If I like tug at the wall, I can't like break any more pieces off to make the hole larger.
Like
right?
pull out brick.
Like, yeah.
Make a strength check. Let's see.
Oh. Strength check.
How'd you stay strong, right?
12.
No.
No, she's not. Not only is she not strong, she's got a negative. So her bonus just nulls the negative. Well.
Does anybody else want to try? Should I try?
Could I, does Misty Step allow me to go through it? Or no?
As long as you can see the other side of it, yes.
Oh, sick. Yeah, okay, I'll Misty Step through it.
That one's quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just makes the little BAMF thing show up, like Nightcrawler does. So yeah, Hajite quickly dissolves into mist that shoots through the hole and reappears on the other side. You're in a somewhat concealed portion of the temple district. The military presence here is much higher, though. You can hear them just outside of eyesight. shifting around in larger groups.
Is there a way I could kind of perceive the closeness of them?
With a
To
perception
see, like,
check,
sick. I want to see if they're climbing over the wall. That would suck a lot. 19.
there are internum troops within 30 feet of where you are currently standing. Most of them are moving in and out of the Temple of Freyr.
Is the area they're going in and out of, like, right in direct sight of that, or?
It's not necessarily the front of the Temple of Freyr is faced more towards like the gateway between the trade district and the temple district, which is not where you're at. It's kind of like pointed a little further south from where you are. But all it would take is someone like kind of turning their head to the right.
All right. I'm gonna lean down by the hole.
Miko will lean right next to you, put his head next to yours to look through the hole also.
Guys, yeah, there are soldiers all over here. If I had to throw out a number, maybe 30 feet away. They're coming in and out of the temple.
They're like a way around it. Is there a way they cannot see us?
I'm pretty sure they'll see you if you climb over the wall. That's my concern.
Is there a way? Can we make like some sort of noise or something like that to guide them away so we can cross over? Like, your ghostly apparition or ghostly companion or however it's called, to go to one part of the away from the wall so we can, it can catch their attention and we can just jump over.
I don't
Are you
think
talking about unseen servant? Because I can't summon ghosts.
Well, it was worth a try.
and I would say, Arvistan, that while theoretically, like, distracting them from this spot is probably a good idea, but it's going to increase their patrols. They'll be on a higher alert than they already are, and we don't really want that.
Okay.
What we might be able to do is, if you toss over a rope and I get up to the top, I can hold out my shield in front of me, and then the other two of you can kind of climb over with the shield still kind of in front of you, and you just drop down, and then I drop down last. So I go up first, but then I sit on top of the wall with the shield, trying to blend us all in, and then the other two of you drop down, and then I come down last.
Yeah.
Ravi, is there a secret way into the temple from over here?
Do I know of a secret way into the temple? I'm assuming that if there's a secret way into the Temple of Freyr, I would know it.
There's a back door, but it's not really a secret.
There's a back door, but I wouldn't call it like a secret.
Well, if I could get in there, I could technically distract them by putting on temple clothing, maybe? That would at least look natural instead of...
Yeah. I would say if they haven't touched anything, which we don't know.
I don't even know if that would be normal. If Freyr's completely fallen, there wouldn't be any.
True. But they do know that we're coming. Like, they've been
Yeah.
specifically alerted to our presence. Well, kind of. What they think that we look like based off of Kiara's non-vision of us.
Yeah.
Based off of my knowledge of the area, do I think that my plan of trying to shield us would work, or are there too many patrols coming from two different angles that the shield wouldn't keep us unseen enough.
You would think that once you got to the ground, you would be behind cover. Like Hajite and Miko are concealed right now.
Yeah.
The shield plan would most certainly keep you covered from one direction. So you're on the top of
Yeah.
the wall. You can be seen from either the temple or the trade district. Temple district seems to be the higher risk right now. So you could shield yourself from being viewed from that side, but you would still be exposed on the other side.
Well, unless you guys got a better plan, I think that's what we got to go with.
You are still
I-
passing without a trace right now, so the stealth is ratcheted up.
Yeah. So,
Miko, you play with the internum. Are they hostile towards you?
He's like,
Hmm. I don't know. I don't know if they like cats. I don't want to say go over there and say hi if they immediately stab cats. I don't know. Cats are cute. I would be distracted.
Miko
I know,
strong.
yeah. All right. Miko says go over.
okay. Do you have a rope, or do you need me to toss you one?
I don't have a rope on me.
I will toss one end over the rope to Hazate.
You don't even have to toss it, my
And
dude.
you just feed it through the hole
Oh, yeah.
that
There's a
they went
hole.
through.
There's a hole in the wall.
That is definitely smaller than cat. You are correct.
Miko reached out to you. He does like biscuits in the air at you, Ajite.
No. I don't know what that means, but that's really cute. Do you want this?
He'll take the rope. He starts tying knots at regular intervals in the rope to make it easier to climb. He gets it in one paw. He kind of like gets a coiled up, bunched up portion of it, and he holds one
Wow.
end in his other paw. It just like sticks his claws out to grip onto it. Takes a look up at the wall, and he's just kind of like rolls it around,
Oh my goodness.
and then chucks it up. The whole thing uncoils as it goes up, and then rolls down on the other side.
Wow.
He's sat there just kind of. It's pretty big on him, so he's just like dug into the rope, plants his back paws.
Oh, Miko. Let's
All right.
do something. Can we tie it to a tree?
There's not a tree nearby. You'd have to leave your cover to find one.
Nope.
Does
Don't.
my cover have anything hookable?
You'd have to go inside one of these buildings, but they're open at the front, not where you're at.
Hmm. Hmm. Hey, is there anything to tie this off on your guys' side?
I'm gonna make a perception check and see if I can find anything.
Sure.
That's a. I'm blind as a bat.
Nothing,
Two
huh?
with a 7, so that's 9. I don't see anything around here. What about you, Robbie?
No. I mean, I think you guys just hold it. Besides, tying it off on our end doesn't do us a whole lot of good. We needed, if it was to be tied off, it'd need to be on your end. Because
That's not true.
I mean, if we have to climb over there and it's tied on our side, I mean,
Yeah.
it'd be kind of like a bridge, but we still need somebody to hold it on your side, regardless.
No, not if it's like this.
Yeah, Miko gets the idea too.
Oh, you
Feed the end that they're on
you're
back through the hole.
Yeah, you're making
through
a
the
big
hole.
triangle.
Okay. Okay,
Big
I
old
see what you're
triangle.
saying.
Let me take a look, see if there's something around. A little bit better. That's an 11.
You don't see anything. You think time is kind of the essence. The
All
best thing that you have is that there are still 3 of you on this end. Presumably, at least one of you is stronger than Hajite. Maybe even Hajite and Miko together.
If you guys want to feed it through, Arvstan and Kriv can hold it. I'll climb up, and then we'll start the process.
Yeah, why don't you guys just tie the rope to yourself?
Yeah, I'll do that, and I'll lay down in between the hole and be like, "Ugh."
I don't know if that's a good idea.
You don't have to do that. The rope goes through the hole.
He's gonna tie it around himself, so that when
Just
it
lay
tries to
down
come
and
back
he's
through,
gonna-
he's gonna get wedged up against the hole on the other side and prevent it from happening. Is that what you want to do? We can do that.
I'm totally down for that.
Okay. Arvstan does like a cross brace across his chest.
Like holding Robbie on a backpack.
Yeah, like buckle it into like a roller coaster. And he has
Oh, so good.
the rest of the strand coming straight out in front of him. It goes through the hole, up and over the wall, and back down to where Arvstan is.
I will try to climb up.
Okay. Make an athletics check for climbing. It won't be difficult. Miko has prepared the rope.
No, that's a 3.
Robbie does not make
Yikes.
it up. He tests the rope a little bit. Robertson, you can feel it kind of tug against you. When he puts his weight on it, you press yourself up against the wall. You're like face pressed up on it. But he tries to make that first leap up and then just kind of like slides down. He can't quite climb the rope.
I'm gonna try to lift him.
Robbie, you could try again with advantage. You've got help from Kriv.
Bardic inspiration.
I don't think I'll need it that time. That's a 17.
Okay, Robbie starts slowly making his way up. Kriv is helping, like, just holding your feet for those first, 7, 8 feet or so, until you kind of get a rhythm, a hang of it, and you make your way up the rest of the way. Make a stealth check at the top with your shield.
24.
Okay, Ravi's posted up top. Arvstan is tied as an anchor.
Yep.
So it's probably going to be you, Kriv, that's heading over next.
Yep.
Yes, I don't know how you're getting over, I was saying.
We'll figure it out. There's 4 of you on the other side. You guys can pull me up.
Yeah, it'll be okay.
I like that we're using the cat in this. He's included.
I'm just including
Human-
him in everything
Human
now.
anchors. Well, one human anchor.
I will try so hard to climb this wall.
All right, it's athletics.
Inspiration. I've got so much.
Miko's getting ready to help on the other side. He licks his paws, grabs the rope.
Miko, it's okay.
I'm liking Miko.
For safety, we'll add that. 19.
Okay. Kriv starts climbing up. The rope goes taut. Arstan, you get like really pinched against the wall. Kriv is significantly larger than Ravi. Miko gets lifted off the ground as the tension pulls him, but he's still hanging on tough. He's like, ah. Kriv keeps climbing up the rest of the way. Arvstan. This is probably going to hurt you.
That's okay.
I don't know if there is a type of like crushing damage. I guess bludgeoning is the closest.
Bludgeoning,
thing
I
to
guess.
that.
Yeah.
What if I also hold on to the rope and use my body weight?
You'd have to do a strength athletics check.
All right, I'm
Are you
in.
saying you're standing there doing nothing while Miko holds the rope?
Yeah. No, I fully expected Arviston to carry all of it. 16.
Okay. I'll just take and pull, and that helps quite a bit. The fulcrum is the useful thing. There's a little physics for you because it's going over the top of the wall. You really don't have to put as much strength. You just kind of have to hold it taut, and then the wall holds up a lot of Kriv's weight. Kriv, you can get up to the top. I want you to make a quick stealth check. Ravi is concealing you, but you got to kind of still hide from the other direction.
With pass without a trace, that is 27. 28. 28.
Okay. And you can just jump down. You don't even need to climb down the rope on the other side, which you would not really be able to do with our current setup. So that's lucky. That just leaves Arvstan on the other side of the wall.
Yes,
What are you gonna do, bud?
me, I'm just gonna untie myself and say, "Do you have?" Just ask him like, "Do you guys got the rope? Can I cross over?
Yeah, me and Miko have got it.
Can somebody
Well,
else
hold the
besides
rope.
Mika have it as
Kriv,
well?"
can you help
Can you
too?
pass your end of that back through the hole? We
I
can
mean,
reverse
yeah,
it.
I already like untied myself, so you can grab them.
Reversing this will not help Arvstan get back over the other side.
No, he won't.
Well, I don't know what you're doing.
I mean, the rope is on the top, so you guys hold it so I can just climb it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he just needs to climb up.
Yeah.
But me and Miko have got it.
Please
Okay.
also grab the rope, Kriv. I will whisper down as I'm on the
Will,
top.
even though I don't understand it. It's okay. I will hold the
At
rope.
this point, there is no complicated procedure. You are just holding the rope on one side while Arvstan climbs up
Yep.
from the other side.
Yep.
Yeah, and making me totally believe that it was all my efforts.
So either Kriv or Hajite is going to make a strength athletics check with advantage. Thanks to the
You
help.
want to do that, Hajite?
You have good strength, Chris.
I have perfectly neutral strength.
Oh.
You could say I am not skilled or unskilled.
We'll describe my strength as that of a child.
All right, Miko's going to do it.
All right. Come on, Kriv. Roll the die.
He comes down. He's grits himself. He got a 14. To hold
Damn.
Arvstan's weight.
With an
I would
assist?
say damn. Like,
With an assist?
yeah. Arvstan, you start climbing up. Miko's on the other side, bearing the brunt of your weight. Kriv and Hajite are kind of helping. But Miko's up front and they're behind him, so the rope goes all the way down to the ground where he's standing and holding on to it, and then it comes back up so that Hajite and Kriv can hold on to their portion of it. As you climb your way all the way up.
Hide it to Kriv.
You get to the top. Arvstan wants you to make a stealth check once you're there.
Natural 20 or 26.
Wow.
Okay. How do you want to get down?
I'll slowly pull, just let myself go.
It's a drop.
Yeah, so I'll grab the edge of it and then just
Yeah, I mean, it's still going to be a drop
stretch.
from there.
Okay, yeah,
It's a high wall.
I'll do that if I need to take damage
it's
or
gonna
something.
Hurt. That's okay.
Yeah.
It's just going to hurt.
You want help?
It's just gonna hurt.
Yes, please.
Okay. I will try.
Kriv, it's far enough that catching him is going to just hurt you too. You'll soften the blow, but you'll kind of spread it between the two of you. If that's what you want to do.
Well, if we're doing that, I might as well catch him.
Arvstan does
Would
have
it arguably?
He has 88 hit points right now, so
Let him fall.
Would it be quieter?
What? Wow.
I
Wow.
wouldn't
Maybe
necessarily be
Noise
quieter. You-
difference.
Like when he hits you from this height, you're both going to go down. So a body's going to hit the floor either way.
I can agree with what I cannot hear from Ian over there.
I silently understood exactly what he was doing.
Let the
Yeah.
bodies hit the floor.
That's right.
No!
Okay, here comes Arstan. That's going to be 12 points of bludgeoning damage as you hit the ground.
Nobody help? Ooh, wow. This is okay. I'll take it.
You're still good.
I mean, yeah, but help. I'll take it. Okay.
You
I'm
land on your
patting
feet and your legs buckle and then you kind of like roll.
Yeah, I'll remember this.
I'll pat him on the head.
Miko will also pat you on the head.
I'll remember this.
If they hang on to the rope with the way it's currently positioned, can't I just climb down the rope on the other side?
No.
Or would that be on the opposite side of where they are for that
Yeah.
to work?
So for you to be able to climb down the rope from here,
We would have to hold the rope from
the rope on the other side would have to come back through the hole.
Yeah, okay, yeah, it's going through the wrong way. Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In that case, I will fall.
I don't think the rope's long enough for them.
Okay. Ravi
If
comes
I
down.
hold forward an A, does it help?
Well, after seeing how hard Arvistan hit, Miko's gonna catch you for this one. So he's got his arms out. He shuffles back and forth. You can see Ravi's shadow is like big above Miko, and it like slowly shrinks down as he comes down.
No.
I was gonna say, can we try to reach
grab
over
Miko.
Miko?
I grab Miko and move him. I grab Miko and move him.
I'll catch him. I got it.
Okay.
Oh, you.
Yeah, I got it.
The damage is actually a lot lower this time, so split between the two of you. Each of you, Ravi and Hajde, is going to take 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
I see how it is.
Stop being dramatic like you're not the one with the most health.
This
Okay.
doesn't have to do anything with the most health.
Yes, it does. Exactly
This has
that.
to do
yeah.
with teamwork. And you're just letting me take all the damage.
I'll make a perception check for the internum. Okay, well, luckily that's low with Arvistan yelling at you guys right now.
I was gonna say, can I roll a whiner check? Figure out who's the biggest whiner?
Oh, you don't need to do that. I'll tell you it's me.
We've made it to the Temple District. Miko does not have any more tips. He doesn't have a way to the Upper District.
Okay.
But he is going to hold out one paw like this.
I will give him a gold coin.
He will take it. He puts it in his mouth and bites it. And then he tucks it away in like a cartoon pocket that you don't see. And he heads back through the hole and back into the trade district.
He's sucker.
What are you talking about?
Just let me be.
Okay. And I'll like motion for the team to huddle up, and like I'll kneel down to the ground.
Yeah. Like a football team.
Exactly like a football team. All right, guys. I'm assuming the outside of kind of skirting along the edge of the temple district to get there, there's not really a good way of getting to the upper district.
You'll cross the gate before you reach a significant portion of the wall to be able to climb over, and the gate is going to be heavily guarded. So you'll be seen if you just keep following along the wall.
I think our best bet might be to try to get into the Temple of Freyr, get some internum clothes, and see if we can't blend in past them.
Does anyone
Didn't
else
they ex-
dork circling up like this? Just me. I see.
Wouldn't they expect us to maybe show up at the Temple of Frey, though?
Probably, but that's the only place that we know of that they're housing like their goods based off the intel we had earlier.
I don't see
Um,
why they would expect us to show up here.
Because that's where we always go. We come here, and they're expecting us to come back to the city.
It is pretty far into the middle, though. I mean, I
We're
guess
here,
maybe
aren't
they
we?
could expect us to be sneaky, but they don't even know us. They don't even know what we look like.
We do know from previous
We don't look like
intelligence
ourselves.
from Sudsy that the Temple of Freyar has been converted into a barracks. So there's a sort of arms and armament storage there. And the dual purpose of gaining disguises may be that Ravi is trying to also regain some armor.
that is true too.
Okay.
But it legitimately is what I can think of as the best plan, because I don't know of a way that we're gonna sneak around this gate. If I observe, are there like carriages going past the gate, or is everything being stopped and heavily checked, or is there just no movement at all?
Do we want to like take some time to watch to like see what some of the patterns are, or do you want to just like take a quick look for just this moment?
I would definitely watch and see what patterns they're doing.
Time sensitive.
It's up to you guys. I mean, the length of time could be up to you too. I mean, if you want to look for a few seconds, if you want to look for 10 minutes, if you want to look for 2 hours.
I think spending a few minutes, up to like 10 minutes or so, is probably not gonna kill us.
Yeah, I agree.
How many of you want to kind of spy during that time?
It's that perceptions.
Yeah, you'd be staying in the spot that you're in and just kind of seeing what you can see from here.
I'll definitely do it.
Does anyone
Huh?
I want to look around.
Okay.
does anybody have any other plan outside of us trying to get some internal items and sneaking by them?
I think we're at a point where we need to hide in plain sight.
Don't think so.
So yes, we definitely need disguises.
Mm-hmm. I think being hidden might actually be more of an issue than being just in plain sight. If we're caught later, it'll be more shocking than if we seemed like we were supposed to be there in the first place.
Well, in that case, let's start making our way to the Temple of Freyr. Arvisin, if you want to keep watching these guys and head over as soon as you're done.
Yep, definitely.
Okay, so some of us are trying to make for the temple immediately, while some of the rest of us are like observing for a little bit. Is that what
Yes.
the current plan is? Okay.
I think so.
Yes. Yeah.
Is that Hajite and Ravi then making for the temple? Harvestan's going to keep watch. Kriv, are you going to go make the move, or are you going to stay and observe with Arvistan?
Are you just watching?
We're
like,
just
the gate
here.
to
We're
the-
just here watching, seeing like their patterns, where they move, how they move around, their shifts, stuff like that, for like a couple of minutes.
Yeah, I'd stay. Look, are you just gonna wait for us before you head in anywhere?
I mean, I'm. I think. I think it. I mean, honestly,
Robbie
how far
agitates
is it? How far is it from where we are to where they're going?
They'll have to make their way to like the front of the buildings that you're hiding behind, cross kind of the main road to get to where the Temple of Freyr is.
Can I see it from where I am at the moment?
You could peek from behind these buildings and see the road and see the temple if you want.
Okay. Is there a way that we can communicate with each other? Man, that this uh mushroom thinking that we had back over there that we could telepathically talk to each other would be pretty handy right now.
Well, those two can text us, but we cannot text them.
The two
I
idiots.
I'm I guess that it's I
Uh,
think I'll just stay back here.
just make
Maybe.
it time sensitive. Think about a certain amount of time you want to wait and watch. After that,
I mean,
just
but
go. And if there's a struggle over there, we'll make a scene.
because what I'm thinking as well is if one or two of us stay behind and you guys like run into trouble or anything like that or get caught or anything, hopefully that's not what's gonna happen. At least they didn't catch all of us and we can come behind and rescue you guys or something, you know?
No, if something happens, I'm going to make the biggest scene in the middle of the street. You'll know.
Hmm.
But are we getting jet armor from Robbie, or are we getting a little bit of clothes covering stuff? For...
I was going to look for armor for myself and at least clothes for the rest of you.
If you can
Maybe
find
we should
a
do our looking
spear,
after.
okay. I mean,
We
if you
could do
really
our
want to go,
looking after when we're less obvious. Not that we're like super obvious right now, but like, does that make
okay.
sense when we're a little more
Yeah, it
blending
does.
in? Because if we watch and then something happens and you guys cause a scene, it's not gonna super matter that we watched and learned some patterns.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. Let's all go then.
All right, get her done.
I'm putting a DC of 20 on this stealth check.
It's very many.
Do we still have path without a trace or no?
It's up to an hour.
Has it been more than an
Yes.
hour, Dave?
We still have it.
Not quite.
Okay.
All right. I've got 26.
I got. Let's see what stealth. What was that? Oh, +6. So 16 + 6. That's 22. That's 32.
28.
Oh man.
Please, please, don't do this to us.
Bitch, you know I didn't make it.
Oh my God, no.
Oh,
How
How
much?
close are you?
How bad is it?
15.
You can bardic inspiration yourself.
Nope. I cannot.
No?
No, not for yourself.
I'll say because if you were within 2, I was going to give you guidance. But you're 5 away, which means guidance, even at its max, doesn't get you to 20.
Yikes.
Okay.
So what you're saying is I should just walk out. Being caught sneaking is gonna go way worse.
Well, this is done, so there's no more
Mhm.
making a decision. We've Ravi, like probably towards the center with your like shield, trying to like cover as much of the group as possible. Don't want to be spotted, and for the most part, you make your way pretty well.
I think I would know that I'm really bad at stealth checks and stay a bit away from them though.
Would this be more of a group stealth check instead of individual?
I would say if this was something that was like reasonable, but we're sort of like crossing the street in broad daylight in a heavily trafficked area.
Well, it's
so
broad daylight. I don't know why I thought it was night.
No, yeah, we were had to move as quickly as possible, says you.
Yeah,
Saying that there was another execution coming up.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I mean, we're post decision now, so we've all decided to try to stealth across, and we have not all succeeded. So Ajite has snapped a strap on one of your shoes on the way across. So you stumble a little bit, turn around real quick and grab your shoe. You guys get to the other side of the road, press yourselves against the wall of the Temple of Freyr, but you do hear a commotion from the guards. They say, "Qu'est-ce que ça? Allons-y." And you hear some start to approach where you have just crossed.
Oh man.
Well, my shoe's broken. Guess I'm gonna go say hi. You guys better be fast.
No, wait, no.
No,
Let-
that's a good idea.
Don't
And
you-
I will start sneaking towards the
okay.
back end.
All right,
Okay.
let's go.
Crit?
You have your fancy makeup on, right?
Mm-hmm. We look like civilians. However, we're in a barrack. Bad. Abnormal. Civilians shouldn't be there.
The rest of you will continue to sneak away. How'd you say you step just right out to greet people?
Yeah.
What do you say?
I'm under the impression they're speaking a language I wouldn't know.
They currently are, yes.
Okay. Hello, everyone.
Qu'est-ce que tu fais?
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
They take their stabs that they are walking with and they point one end at you and they press the other end into their shoulders.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Dites-la.
I'm gonna bow to them and then point at my shoe that's broken. I want to look as normal as possible. I don't want to look like anyone of authority. Very much like, help, my shoe is broken.
One of them, recognizing that you don't speak the language that they're speaking, so one of them motions, come here, and each of them holds an arm out.
Okay, sure.
Either one takes you by the upper part of your arm, and they are leading you away from this area.
What direction am I going?
You are heading towards the Temple of Tenegriel, which is much more heavily guarded than the Temple of Freyr. Many people are posted on the outside and at the doors.
Okay. I am gonna trip and fall on purpose.
All right, make a performance check.
It's a good thing the bard has been making the performance check.
For real.
That's why I said I was gonna make a scene. 28.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna start crying like they hate.
They do not allow you to fall all the way. One of them makes a strength check to grab your arm to keep you from actually falling all the way to the ground. But with your 28, they do believe that you actually fell, tripped. So they try to right you up to keep you walking.
No, I would like to act like I hurt myself, please. And then cry. I definitely want to cry, but I want to be really, dramatic about it.
They stop for a second. You draw some attention. At least a dozen other armed guards look over towards you. and 4 of those start to approach your current position. They don't
Oh my
relinquish
God.
your arm; they keep you held.
Oh God.
I'm under the assumption that no one speaks the languages that I know. I speak Abyssal. Does that help?
These guys speak in Ternum.
That's not helpful. um. Now, I don't know if this is a thing that I can do, but no, I feel like Misty Step is not inconspicuous enough for me to just for me to just like slip out of the grip without like I don't want to teleport. I want to just like oops, they let go. Oh no.
I mean, they will know
I
immediately.
have Misty Step. But I also I'm trying to think of a good way to do this.
I don't think there is.
I have no friends right now, so it's fine.
You're one of them say something to Colonel.
Oh God, I don't know what that means. I am gonna limp dramatically and then point at the guy that's holding on to me and fully blame him for my injury. To his buddies. Just-
They'll look at him sort of
interpretive
exasperating. They seem sort of annoyed with this development. And then 2 more help the 2 that have been leading you, and they carry you.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. This is going well. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna just let this happen.
Okay. Let's cut back to the rest of the group. We're sneaking towards the back door of the Temple of Freyr, I'm assuming.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. It's locked when you get there, but Ravi has a key to the back door of the Temple of Freyr, so he can get you inside. It is stocked with armor and weapons for the Internum forces. There are 3 Internum soldiers in here with notepads. It looks like they're either taking inventory or preparing to move some of these pieces of equipment around to other parts of the city. It's all like kind of stationed up in rows, a very orderly sort of setup. So there's a lot of place to hide if necessary. There's a lot of things to duck behind. And they are sort of kind of like slowly moving around, checking on things and making counts as they're going. No one has noticed that the 3 of you have entered.
Oh, what do we do from here? There's a lot of guards around here.
Did we see them take Hazate away?
No, you would not have been able to linger long enough to like witness what happened with Hajite.
Okay. I still think we kind of... If we wait for them to... Are they constantly rotating? Or is it more like... Are they doing a round and then they go kind of sit back down?
They go like down an aisle and they're counting, but they have like a notepad, so there's like a list. So they don't have to like go and shift and sit down there, like turn to another page if necessary. There's like 1 upstairs and 2 that are down here on the ground floor, and they go up and down these areas, but they don't like repeat.
Okay. Perception checks on what exactly they have. Do they have just like basic clothes, or is it all armor and related stuff? That'll be a unnatural 20.
Okay. As far as the inventory here goes, it's mostly like, what do I say, like infantry, like regular troop armor. There isn't anything that you would see on like an officer. There's nothing decorated. There's nothing in a uniform that's like meant to be more ceremonial. So this is all like practical stuff. Um, the armor that they have here is pretty simple. It's easily suited. It's all plate, black plate armor, and all the weapons that they have are these weird staves that have been using. Usually, all of them are carrying this sort of staff thing around.
I would like to, kind of whisper to the team. All right, I'm gonna try to grab some stuff from stuff that they've already checked, and come back here. And that's kind of what I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna try to sneak around, grab a piece, kind of judging off of where they are, try to go through things that they've already looked at so they wouldn't check that again, like, right now. And then kind of slink away.
Okay, what do the other two of you want to do while Ravi's trying to snag stuff?
Well, I have a question first. I know when I cast Pass Without a Trace, it applies to people that I choose within 30 feet of me. Do they have to stay within 30 feet of me for it to stay applicable?
No, they're
Okay.
still okay. It's Temple of Freyr. We've been here before. Some points of interest that you may want to take into account. It looks different now. A lot of stuff has been shifted around. Last time we were here, there were a lot of refugees with all their belongings. That stuff is gone. The refugees have been kicked out. We know where Father Gregor used to sleep, so he's got like a room here. We don't know what state that's in. This is where you guys had a lot of money stashed in the attic. There are a lot of religious antiquities there also. Whether or not you're interested in trying to retrieve those, it might be difficult. It might not be worth it. Or you could just stay hidden, just stay behind things and just wait for Ravi to get the stuff and come back and get out of here.
I think it's ideal to wait. The lesser we move together, the better chances we got of not getting caught.
Yeah. Out of curiosity, because we saw it before, the attic was like permanent stairs or to it, right? Was it like an obvious entrance somewhere? Like, or is that like something you could have overlooked, is what I'm getting at?
It's through a doorway, but yeah, there is a permanent staircase. It's not exposed to like the main hall of the temple itself. So you'd have to go upstairs to the second floor, and then go into a room, and then go upstairs to get up into the attic.
Okay, I don't want to do that. I was just curious if it was like, like one of the pull down stairs or something.
Oh yeah,
they
it's
could
not
have
something that would
seen.
be like dramatically obvious that you're opening the way to.
Okay.
I think
Father
we should
Gregor's
keep-
room is on the ground floor, though. But he didn't have anything.
I think we should just stay hidden, try to keep an eye out maybe if we see someone heading towards it.
Yeah, I
A
think that's the best option we have right now.
mouse noise or something.
Okay, Ravi, make a stealth check.
$28.
Okay, you slowly crawl your way towards the rows of armor. You could see that there is a guy just on the other side of the row that you're standing next to, checking some armor that's like size for elves on the next row over. You're kind of crouching and hiding behind gnome armor, which is not going to suit you. So you've got to kind of make your way across and slowly try to get to where you could find some Ravi-sized armor.
As a half elf, as soon as he's done checking the elven armor, could I fit into that?
You probably could. None of this is going to be like tailored to you, so
Yeah.
it's not going to be a comfortable fit. Are you trying to find multiple sets of armor for the rest of the group, or are you just trying to get a set for yourself?
I would try to get sets for others if possible. I think the only one who might be a hard time might be Kriv, just because of how much larger they are than everyone else.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I can wear it anyway.
Oh, that's right.
The Hajite one is pretty tough. This is going to be full plate, so Arvistan could wear full plate armor if necessary. Hajite probably can't. They don't have armor size for Omni at all.
Okay.
Reptilian or otherwise. So there's like nothing with an opening for the tails. Nothing as big as Kriv. So the two of them are going to be out of luck. But you could armor Arvistan if you wanted.
Yes, I'll just grab some for the two of us then.
Okay. You've got to be very quiet, and removing a set of armor from the inventory will become obvious soon. They're checking things now, but there will be a gap where the armor that you took is missing. So you're going to have to get out as quickly as you can. We're just going to grab it and go, right? We're not trying to put it on right now.
No, not right now. Absolutely not.
Okay. The 28 is pretty stealthy. The other two of you can see as the person passing the elven arbor moves along to the next sort of section. Ravi sneaks up behind there. He's got this reflective shield that makes him almost invisible, depending on the angle he holds it. He kind of just straps it on his back and kind of tucks down like a turtle as he's grabbing at these different things to try to keep himself concealed. There is another soldier checking the weapons that have larger gaps between them. You can see that they're moving to an angle where they will be able to see Ravi in the direction that they're looking. Do you want to do anything about that, or do you want to just trust that he will still be hidden?
What if we toss like a little pebble or something to distract them, or you think that will catch more attention?
And to be clear, I am unaware that I'm going to walk into this vision cone.
Right, yeah, this is behind you.
Yep, I had a feeling. Just double checking.
Kriv?
I don't know if that would be distracting to them. I mean, you can try. You can make it sound like it's something that fell, but you don't want it for us either.
Is there a way that I can toss a pebble to hit Robbie so he can notice that things are like he might be seen or something like that?
You can make an attack roll to throw a rock at Ravi.
Not a rock, a pebble, something small, nothing that's gonna knock him out.
I don't know. Is Arvistan carrying pebbles around with him?
No, but I'm guessing like there's something
Yep,
around the floor, right?
What do you have? Okay,
Riv's got ammo in his pocket.
I just got an arrow.
I would clarify that I don't think I have slingshot ammo anymore because Hajite took all of it to drop off of the building at one time for some reason.
Off of the building. Antics.
Yeah, like can I make it like a perception check or something to see?
I'll tell you this: in Father Gregor's time, there probably would have been stuff all over the floor. He was sort of stretched thin, but the Internum run a pretty tight ship, and they're keeping their barracks clean. So you're gonna have to toss something that you have in your inventory or Kriv's inventory.
Do you have anything small, Kriv?
I
Because I
mentally
don't.
catalog through my pockets. Are those internum further from us than Ravi is? Like, is Ravi closer to us than
The one
they
that's
are?
about to spot him is further away, yeah.
I mean, he probably still have then some little slingshot ammunition.
Make an
It's
attack
gonna
roll,
make a little
Arvstan.
mouse noise.
You've got to toss Cribs bullets.
Natural 20
Okay.
for a 29 for regular.
Where were you aiming at, Ravi?
I read it like I'm guessing I'm looking at his back, right?
You're kind of seeing him from the side.
From the side. Okay, shoulder.
Ooh, wish you hadn't said that. He's got his shield on his back.
Yeah, on his back. That's what I'm saying. On his on his shoulder. You said that
Where
I
his
can see him
shoulder
from the.
is. Yeah, well, a nat 20 is a nat 20, so you'll be able to hit Ravi with a bullet. Ravi, you can look over to Arvis. He just threw something at you.
I will look at him, and I see where he's pointing. Do I think I can either adjust my shield or press myself up against something that would prevent him from seeing me in his current trajectory?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, then I will try to do that.
Okay. Really, all Ravi has to do is like stop taking a piece of armor that's in front of him. He has his back to the person that is about to look at him, and that's where his shield is concealing him. So they see just nothing there. You wait there for like maybe a minute as he finishes counting along that row, and then he turns around and starts working on the other side, heading back the other way.
Okay, and then I will continue my path.
Okay. Ravi gets 2 suits of armor. One for him and one for Arvistan. There is not armor that is going to fit Kriv and Hajate.
Once we are back outside and safely, I'm going to close and lock the door again. All right, and I'll drop the suit of armor next to Arvisan. Sorry, Kriv. They didn't have any armor for any Omni at all in there. Apparently everyone in the internum is folk. Arvisan, go ahead and put this on. And I will drop his suit and I will start armoring myself up.
Alrighty, I'll put it on.
Okay, what is plate? 18 armor class?
That's correct.
Okay. That'll put Arvistan's armor class up to 18. Does that give me a 21 AC for Ravi?
Correct.
Okay. While that's happening, I want Kriv to make a perception check.
Nat 20 for a
Okay.
27.
Let's go.
Around the corner, you hear the buzzing of flies and the rustling of hair. Let's cut back to Hajate.
My one friend.
It's Jangle.
Hajate, you are being carried to the Temple of Tenegriel. They are approaching the front doors. There are 2 guards at the doors that open them in front of you into the little vestibule area, the sort of light decontamination chamber. They bring you inside and they close those doors behind you, leaving you in utter darkness. And then you hear the doors open in front of you and they bring you into the temple proper. They stand you up and step away from you. And then you'll feel a hand run from your shoulder down your arm. And just sort of like cover over your hand. Another one drapes down your back towards your hip. You feel another one drape across your forehead and sort of reach down your snout towards your nose. It rubs along your nostrils.
Oh God.
A couple stroke your hair. They pull on your tail.
Oh man.
And you hear a voice say, I know you.
Oh man.
If you want to get to know me, you could just ask. You don't have to feel me up.
Ah.
You're Ravi's friend, right?
Robbie.
Yes.
I'm not sure I know what you're talking about.
The question is rhetorical.
Well, I just was wandering around and broke my shoe.
The voice will move to behind you and say, "Where is he?"
I genuinely don't know.
I asked him to come here, to bring you with him. He must be nearby.
Bring me with? Why?
Well, for your protection.
Why would you want to protect me?
It stands to reason that someone like you might have done something foolish and gotten yourself mixed up in political maneuvers that are a bit beyond your understanding.
So, what would be a political maneuver that you approve of?
I'm sure you're aware that there is a new government in Korenia.
Yeah, I met some of your friends outside. They don't treat people in a very friendly manner.
Well, I gave them your description, asked them to bring you here if they should find you. You and that other boy and the Dragonborn. And Ravi, of course.
Unfortunately, I'm alone in my endeavor.
Make a deception check.
Can you guys hear my cat snoring?
No,
I
I can't.
cannot know.
That's too bad. 25.
That's unfortunate. I hope nothing untoward has befallen Ravi and your other friends.
Unfortunately, our belief systems didn't align anymore.
Is it possible that yours align with mine? Ours?
I'm afraid I don't know you well enough.
You have heard the name of my queen, Tenegreal?
I've heard of Tenegreal. I can't say I know a whole lot about it.
She walks among us once more.
A
Above
god?
our heads as we speak, yes.
How do you know?
I have spoken with the new government before they were the new government and helped them to bring her here.
And you're positive that's not an imposter?
I see no reason to believe as such. Her goals are those of Tenegreal, so she must be Tenegreal herself.
But under that definition, you would be Tenegriel.
Don't speak such blasphemy in this temple. You'll be seized by a couple dozen hands, grab all of your
Ooh.
limbs.
I don't like that.
They're different sizes, different warmths.
I mean not to offend. I'm simply ignorant to your customs.
And you will have to learn. But luckily, there are many here to teach you. I
What?
can secure for you a prominent place.
I'm sure I could be useful to the Temple of Tenegriel for one reason or another.
Useful to an expanded internum. Your experience as a diplomat would be coveted.
I do have a vast expanse of knowledge of other nations and a lot of allies elsewhere.
Tenegriel would ask if you knew a safe passage to Mochipa.
I'm not sure I know safe passage. I'm sure I know a passage.
Perhaps one not known by the Mochipan government.
That's something I'd be able to get you, I'm sure.
I would be happy to receive it.
I am afraid that I don't feel comfortable with my safety at the moment.
You shouldn't.
I don't think I'll be able to help you under this kind of stress.
I understand that your current situation is different than you're accustomed to, but with time, we believe that you will adjust.
And become more comfortable with the darkness?
Yes?
Well, how can I be more like you then? You seem like someone to admire.
You can just stay here with us.
I'm sure that's not all it takes.
It's a start.
What are your goals here?
To spread the good word and love of Tenegriel across this world. To end the deceit of the wicked Luciriel and her obsession with light.
Wicked, huh? I'm gonna try and hold, I guess, two of the many hands. How do you even?
Just
I
reach
only
out.
have two. I
They'll
can only
get you.
provide two.
Sure.
Um, perhaps you could teach me the way of Tenegriel. I, I wouldn't know anyone else in this temple.
There is a quicker path to greater understanding if you would be willing to take it. And I do encourage you to be willing.
I'd like to hear more.
There are certain curses placed upon bodies by Luciriel to stray you from the true path. Rid yourself of them and embrace Tenegriel.
I'm sorry, a curse?
They place 2 thumbs on your eyes.
You want me to be blind?
The eyes lie. There's no need for them in our new world.
I'm gonna lean back. I definitely think that I'm of more use to you with eyes.
How could this be so?
Well, I do not believe I could lead anyone anywhere without the aid of my sight. Unfortunately, I've been handicapped with that my entire life.
You can learn to adjust. We'll help you.
I don't see how that would take me through the ocean. You want my help? That's the way I can help you. I can't be able to direct anything without my sight. That's all I've ever known. So that is how I know the path.
We are seeking a path in darkness. Have you found anything close to this?
I'm very ingenuitive. I have found one. Actually, I have.
Explain.
Well, perhaps I could find you a way that is not in the sun, but in fact, under the shade of the ocean.
We would like to hear more.
It would have to be a special kind of ship. I don't have the means to make such a.
What means do you require?
A lot of boat knowledge, engineering. A couple of my allies are ones that know more of the ocean than I do.
And where can they be found?
I separated from them
When? Where?
before I came to the country.
Where did you last see them?
The last time I spoke to them, they were trying to find a way into the country without alerting anyone. Unfortunately, I don't know if they made it.
How did you enter without alerting anyone?
I have a bit of a way of getting through walls.
Magics, then.
Yes. Something that I hope to develop through my journey here with Tenegriel.
I think she would like to meet you.
Oh, really? I'm surprised.
You feel a lot of hands run over you.
Hmm.
They are robbing you. They're taking your stuff.
Oh, cool. That's very cool.
No.
Um, do you do anything to prevent this, or you're going to let that all go down?
I don't think there's a whole lot I can do about that. I want to kind of step out of the way, but not be super like violent about it. I don't think taking my things are the best way to create a relationship between the two of us.
I don't disagree. But I know you to be a spellcaster. This is a dangerous thing to send to someone so important. We would
I'm
simply
sorry.
like to remove your ability to resist.
I'm sorry, you believe me to be a threat to a god?
A threat to stability.
I am much more interested in meeting Tenegriel than causing an issue.
And you shall, with the proper, secure measures taken. Simply give us the artifact you used to channel your magic.
Well, if it's that important to you and that's what's going to get you to trust me, I can provide you with my first skull. It has my magite in it.
Is this your only means?
It's the only way I've ever done it.
Maybe a soft deception check on that. I don't think Hajite actually has, but this is a lie by omission. Just still a lie.
It is a lie. 18.
Insight beat you.
Woo!
Oh.
If you've only ever used this skull, is there a chance that there is something else you could use in future?
Oh, I'm sorry. I do have another skull. Provide other vampire skull.
Not the cool one.
I'm
They-
sorry.
They'll
I
take,
do work with skulls.
They'll take all of your skulls. I think you have 4. They'll take those and leave you with the rest of your stuff. Most importantly, with Sender. There's extremely powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exceptionally devastating.
I was definitely hoping the skulls would be a bit more distracting, yeah. Please do keep them safe. They're very important to me.
You'll hear her boom out with a voice, like yell in a way that you've never heard before. She like calls out to the outside of the temple. Send her to the queen!
Well, I'm sure
Okay.
everyone heard that.
You hear some like armored people come in and take you again. They walk you back through the doors into the little contamination vestibule, and then open the other doors. You get blinded for a second with the light coming in. And there's like a platoon to guide you up to the palace.
Excuse me, do you have anyone that speaks common?
They'll sort of step together all at once in uniform movement, and then they all step to the side to leave an aisle between them. And it's kind of more decorated looking in Ternum. He looks like he's got a little bit more authority. He sort of walks in between all of these troops. He stops in front of you. He like, steps both feet and stands straight up, kind of like respectfully. And he says, "I will accompany you, mademoiselle."
I will return the respect in a bow. I welcome the escort.
Do not worry about my soldiers. They will not harm you.
Oh, I wasn't concerned. They seem like friendly people.
I apologize for the manner of our escort. It is less than hospitable. But if it please you, he puts like a crook of his elbow out if you want to take his arm.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. He kind of strolls leisurely. He doesn't march. The soldiers kind of surround you. There's like 2 rows in front of you of 4, 2 rows behind you of 4, and then there are 4 on either side of you in like a square. So they make like a rectangle around you.
I would like to cast sending, please.
Sure.
But I am speaking out loud. That's fine. I guess Robbie's good for it. But I'll cast Ascending to Robbie. I thank you and the Temple of Tenegrail for escorting me. It's a wonderful experience to meet the Queen. I'm sure I won't forget it.
You guys will probably see my face going to like a state of shock as in like putting out a pauldron or something. Figuring out how long this has been. Oh, fuck.
Does your armor not fit?
I wish that was the I mean, no, but I wish that was the only problem. No, the problem is Hazote has been taken and is on her way to go meet the Queen.
What? I mean, isn't that where we necessarily want to go, though?
Yes,
Not alone.
my guess is that Hazote has probably had her teeth taken out, so to speak, to a large degree, which means that none of this is turning into a shit quick. Kriv, can you turn into like a bird and just fly above and like keep an eye and maybe fly into wherever to try to keep an eye on Hazote as best you can? Me and Narvistan with the armaments can look like a small regiment and maybe get up to the top stairs and meet you guys there as soon as possible.
I can try. I can do one animal thing today. I can be a bird. I'm just want to share the information that if I get in somewhere and I can't be bird, I cannot be bird again.
Gotcha.
I can do it. I'm just, for the sake of clarification, if we're not like, oh, Kriv will just fly back out of there, it's fine.
No.
Open communication. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only thing I can think of that would be. I mean, none of it's ideal. The alternative is we try to escort you as if you were a prisoner. Um, also up there.
Yeah.
You would
So
have
I
to
don't.
completely conceal like every bit of your skin because everybody from Internum has a similar pallor.
Yeah, that's. And I'm assuming that there were no like hoods or nothing. They don't wear hoods. That's just armor, correct?
Yeah.
Would I have noticed that they didn't wear helmets ahead of time?
They have helmets that just don't completely conceal them. Like,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Guys,
It'll cover you at a glance.
Gotcha. So like, passersby won't be like that guy's weirdly out of place, but it's like if somebody was staring directly at you, like something's off about this one.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
This one.
So I'll leave that up to you. Either you can fly and see if you can help Hazote, or we can try to make something work. But if they get a good look at us, we're sunk.
just one second. I want to like.
Yeah, you hear
peek
from
to
around the
where I
corner
hear-
a farting sound.
Robbie, you didn't text me back.
Oh yeah.
He didn't.
You didn't.
I mean, maybe the first 25 words of what I was telling the other team. So, oh fuck.
Yeah. He's making a
The
plan.
lazy man's way of talk to text at me. Fucking.
I want to try to peek around to where we heard the fart.
Oh man.
Okay. Jangle is around the corner. He's sat on the ground, leaned up. He's got his back against the Temple of Freyr. He has a clump of his own fur that he is like vigorously rubbing against the rest of his fur. He's like ripped off a piece. And he's like rubbing it against himself.
I'm gonna lead to Robbie and I said, "That's Jangle. That's my friend. We're the one who filed the Dragon Storm."
I think I met him once. Hey Jangle, how you doing, bud?
Oh, dude.
Hey.
Oh my God. I can't believe you guys are here.
Shh.
Hey.
It's
Come
a
here, man.
secret. It's a secret mission.
I don't know what that means. But I've been dying to talk to you, man. Like I haven't seen you in like I don't even know how like time is. I feel like I went.
Me
I feel like I
either.
went to bed like a million times since I last saw you.
I'm right there with you. Very excited to see you. What
Yeah,
are you doing here? What's
you've been-
happening?
I guess you were all across the world, like spreading the good word, right? About the storm.
Yeah.
For sure, dude. Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's been pretty
What are
sick. I even got a new follower around here too, so
Yeah.
it's looking
That's
great.
exciting.
Yeah, so like a bird.
What are you doing over here?
Oh, it's building up static, dude. Anything I can do, like any kind of edge you can get. Only so
Yeah.
many people are lucky. Like you got to put in the work, though. Like I know, like that is you got to like have a chance that puts you right over the edge. But only the people that are putting in the work are gonna be able to like get that just a little extra bit. It's gonna happen one of these days, dude. I'm gonna get struck. It's gonna happen. I'm ready for it. Me and the new follower we've been talking to, we're pretty sure this like the storm's somewhere nearby.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna work
who's,
out.
who's the new follower?
It's just like some bird girl, dude.
Yeah. That was my concern.
It's not anything to worry about, man. Birds are just like you and me. Like,
Yeah.
they're chill. Yeah. Really into the storm, bro. I mean, like,
Is she pretty chill?
like I'm at this level, and she's like, like I was like, I don't
She's
think
pretty chill. You guys get along?
I don't think there's anything there. Like, just to be real, I did think about it.
It's
Like but I
that's
don't
fine.
think yeah.
It's not.
It's
That's
strictly
not always.
it's
Yeah.
strictly religious right now.
Yeah.
I would say professional,
Dude.
but it's not like business, dude. It's like
Where do you know where she's at? I'd love to meet her. What's she up to? In the city, you think? It doesn't look like it's too easy to get out of here anymore.
probably.
What with?
I don't know.
Okay.
If you want, I mean, she's looking for something. I can't remember. It didn't make a lot of sense. I didn't know where it was.
Is it a
What was
not a
that?
person?
What?
Was it a
It was. I think she called it a lira. I don't know what that is though.
Yeah.
I think it's like a lyre, like a guitar.
Yeah.
Probably right.
Maybe she just didn't know how to say it right.
Yeah, the E is silent. It's tricky. I get it. I would tell you, some of the internet dudes like can't figure it out neither.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So what are you in town for?
It's a super secret mission. That's very, very normal, but we
Oh.
can't tell anyone.
Oh, I get it. Yeah.
I'm so glad to see you, though. You don't even understand.
Yeah, for sure. Ditto. Yeah.
I was all worried. Heard about everything happening here. Saw how spooky it is.
Oh, yeah. They took over all the temples, but I don't have one, so they didn't have anything to take. And I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, dude, I was like, you can't come in here and like wreck my place of worship. Like we got like freedom of religion, dude. But the people I was saying that to like didn't even pay attention. They really haven't messed with me like at all.
That's good. That's good to hear.
Yeah, a lot of the people in the Freyar Temple are gone.
Yeah. You have you heard anything about those folks?
No. I haven't left the district since like well, I don't know, when was the last time it rained?
I don't know.
Yeah, like that long.
Okay.
And they left after that.
Yeah. Are, were you wanting to go somewhere else? Are you good with this?
Well, I'm
If
hoping
bugging you?
whenever the storm comes, I want to like get outside of the gates,
Yeah.
get out in the open, you know.
Yeah.
Because like I said, like any chance you can get, man, anything that can push you over the edge, you got to take it. So I don't want any like competition from like a building or like a rod.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, dude. Like you're like the guy.
I
So like I don't like. Do you need something? I've got some food. If you're hungry.
Do you know, by chance, I'm so glad that these guys haven't been bugging you. Do you know why they haven't?
Huh? I'm not. Well, I'm not in. I'm like not a soldier. I'm not a guard or anything. I'm just like a humble servant of the storm. You know, clergy who should be like exempt. Well, I guess not though, right? Because like at the Temple of Tenegrail, they like took over the whole place, and they like locked up the Lucerial Temple, uh, and the old dude in the Freyr Temple. Like he's, I don't want to be like insensitive, dude. I know he's like your friend.
I appreciate that, man.
But I mean, yeah, like I said, like they have temples. Like I've got the shrine, but it's not any use for like an army, I guess.
Fair.
You wouldn't by
I
chance know.
glance at. Yeah.
You
No,
know.
go ahead. I was gonna say I look at Robbie and Armistead like a little bit. Like, do we have questions? Like, what do we?
You wouldn't happen to know a way to the upper district that the guards wouldn't know, would you?
Well, wouldn't you know, right? Like, aren't you the guy that did that?
I'm a guy that did the reverse of that. And I can't jump that high.
Oh, yeah, that sucks. Because there's still nobody in that DeMonte Manor, dude.
Oh,
Is that? Do you know if there's any of the soldiers or anything around there? Or is that just empty?
Pretty sure it's empty. Some people say haunted, but I don't believe in like ghosts. Even though they're like totally real. I just like don't think that just because somebody died somewhere that they like haunt it, you know?
and
Fair.
why are they saying that it's haunted?
Oh, because the DeMonte dude got like mad butchered up in there.
He did get mad butchered up in there.
He like got split in half, man.
He did. It was brutal. I wouldn't know of
A
any
lot
way
of
to like.
people don't know what happened. There's a lot of rumors about like who did it. I think it was his wife, dude. It's always the wife.
Yeah.
Because she split town, dude. They never found her.
Oh wow. Okay. And
But
then he must be hair.
well, Interim's in charge now. They don't even know about it. So I think the whole thing is like going to be unsolved mystery.
I'm sure it will be. I wouldn't know of a way to scale that wall, would I? Like based off of where that is and everything, there's no way up there.
It's not like a scalable wall, but if you could find a way to get to the top of the wall, you could get to. You would know the area on the other side. Like you know where you fell off, and you know that it's the DeMonte Manor is on the other side of the wall, just there.
Yeah. Well, Jangle, I'm happy to see that you're okay.
Oh man, yeah, it sucks.
It's totally whack, but we're gonna fix it. We're gonna unwhack this place.
Oh, I just mean I haven't got hit yet. Lightning, dude. The storm, dude.
Someday
Well-
it's gonna happen for you.
I know it's like winning the lottery. I know it's like impossible or whatever, but you can't win if you don't play, right? So
Might increase your chance a bit if you don't always hang around that bird girl. Because what if it picks her over you? You don't want to be standing right there. You don't want to have that as an option, right?
well, we're not hanging out right now. I mean, like we're hanging out right now, but you can't like cut everybody out of your life just because they might succeed more than you. You know what I mean?
No. I know. Just wanna help you out, dude.
Yeah, like if you get struck, or if the bird girl gets struck, like I would celebrate that. Like that's still good.
Yeah,
Yeah, like her success is not my failure.
you're very right.
Oh my
You really
god.
don't remember what we were doing.
Yeah, I
Let's
have
take a
no
walk.
clue.
Let's let's go take a walk, guys. Jangle, thank you for your time. If we need you, we know where to find you.
You hanging
Yeah,
out around here?
I'll be around. Yeah, don't have anywhere else to be. Armor looks cool, by the way. I didn't know you joined the army or whatever, but like, thank you for your service.
I'll give him like a salute.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Is it like rude to salute back? Like, because I'm not in the army? I don't know.
I don't know either. It's okay.
Like, namaste, dude.
Namaste, brother.
Can I ask you a quick favor as a friend, Jangle?
What do you need?
Can you not tell anyone you ran into us? Including this cool bird girl. I don't want her to be intimidated that I'm in town.
I told her about you so much already, dude.
Oh man.
Oh man.
How
Yeah,
long
well,
ago was that? Did I ask that?
she's been here. She hasn't been here. But I saw her like a few weeks ago.
Like in person, are you meaning? Or you mean she's not here? You like saw a
Yeah.
vision of her?
Well, she was here. She's been a few times. But
Okay.
she's not like here. She doesn't like hang here or like sleep here.
Okay. Alright. You think you could try though? Not telling too many people you saw us, preferably as little as possible.
I mean, I guess. I mean, if you say so.
I would appreciate it a lot. I would help keep us safer.
Can't you just like climb over the wall though, like as like an animal?
And it could. I don't know that that makes me safer. It might not.
Oh, it's just, in
Because
case
they
you
let a lot of. What?
if you needed a place to stay, like I'm totally okay with squatters' rights. Like, I mean, you can stay with me if you want, but like you said, like closer proximity, less likely to get struck. So, gotta keep my distance a little bit. And I know you can't stay in the Freyr Temple anymore.
Yeah. It is unfortunate. I think we might have an idea of where we'll stay.
Yeah, all right.
So I'm assuming at this point we walk away, unless.
You probably want to sneak away, like you want to not get exposed
Correct.
anymore. So I want stealth checks from the three of you.
We have no spend conversations just as well as I do in real life.
17.
Unnatural 20.
Is the Patch Without a Trace still active or no?
Yeah.
Okay, then
Okay.
27.
22.
Okay. Is there anywhere in particular you guys want to go, or you just want to like get out of eyesight and earshot of Jangle to like not be awkwardly talking right next to him?
Do I know if at the top of the wall there anywhere along the wall, there might be a place to tie a rope, toss it over so we could climb up it.
It's possible. If you could tie it around like a stone, or like wedge it into a gap between two stones, it would probably be possible.
Yeah, so I want to... Okay, guys, I think I got a new plan. We're going to try to find a spot in the wall. Kriv, if you can climb up, jump up, whatever you need to do, maybe even have a bird friend or an animal friend try to get the rope, tie it to the wall. We climb up, we get inside my old house, and we try to figure out where to go from there, because that'll put us relatively close to where we need to be. Unless you want to try to do keep Hazote company just in case. See if you can't wreck shit.
It's been a while now, hasn't it? I wouldn't super know where she went.
Well, we know that she's going to the palace. That's pretty much it. So somewhere in, and I'll point in the direction of the giant ass ship.
With cursory glance and stuff, are there still like the birds flying around and stuff? No weird
Yeah, the
magic
war
fields or
have not
something?
stopped the birds. As far as knowing if there's a magic field or not, I mean, the birds wouldn't be magic, so a magic field probably wouldn't affect regular birds.
Yeah, no, I was just thinking because I don't know how these
Well, there's no
those
like,
guys
yeah,
work in
there's
the
no
ships.
physical force field. There's not like the bird flies near the ship and then just like explodes 20 feet away
There's-
from it.
If I was a bird, there wouldn't be one bird.
Not to say that there isn't some kind of something going on. We know that there's some
Yeah.
sort of magic field effect that's preventing the sending spell from getting to the ship. But you don't know the extent of what that's capable of.
I mean, it's definitely going in more than blind, but I can follow Hashite. I don't know what I would do. So, if I'm honest, I'm nothing against guards. I don't know that I could help her out. I don't know that that would even be. I don't know. I can follow her, but we know where she's going.
Well,
Also, I don't know this city very well.
okay. Well, in that case, just stick with us. We'll try to find a spot in the wall to climb up, and we'll go from there.
We
Yeah,
might
see what we
need
can
to
do.
check in on her though, if we can at some point. Like, try to message her again.
The plan, or at least my plan, was thinking that as soon as we find a spot in the wall, we let her know that we're coming to kind of like bolster
Okay.
morale or something.
Okay.
Okay, and the three of you will go to look for a spot to climb over into the upper district. Hashite! You are being escorted by an armed platoon. You are on the arm of a high-ranking officer. He says to you, "Have you been in Korenia long?"
I was once in Karenia a very long time ago.
You do not strike me as a native of this city.
No, I'm Tarsarian.
Ah, I see. Tarsaria is a very difficult place to reach.
Difficult. Why?
There's a vast swath of desert around the perimeter of the entire nation. To get to the capital city requires days of travel across harsh sands and beating winds. You must be a hardy folk.
I don't know if I would call myself hardy. But
There's no reason to sell yourself short. I am
I know my way through the
continually
desert.
impressed by the people that I have found on our expedition.
Expedition?
Yes, the campaign.
So you haven't gone to Tarsaria?
That has not been part of the plan, no. The current target was Corenia, and so we are here. This is the place. Uh, the Queen is yet to make her decision on where she would like to go next.
Hmm. Where else have you gone? Surely you've had some grandiose adventure.
Uh, I believe this information will be imparted to you when necessary. I do not have clearance to discuss the nitty-gritty details.
Oh, it's not. I don't need to know any sort of specific details. I just, I want to learn more about your adventures.
In time you might, but at the current moment, knowing more about me is not the priority. I would like to know more about you. Why is it that
Priority.
the Corellian priestess is desiring to send you to the queen?
Why?
Yes.
Well, surely you know that the queen would like to have more people working under her. She thinks that I would be helpful to her. Get safe passage. I have traveled across the ocean and the desert after all.
Well, the queen does have a rather xenophobic streak, and so I would be very much confused to think that she might embrace someone from another culture.
I just. My passion lies here. I'm very interested in giving some of my prowess over to, especially the Temple of Tenegriel.
Is that so?
Of course. Why?
Just am not often asked to escort an ally in an occupied city under armed guard.
It's to keep me safe. I have a lot of people that don't like me very much.
I see. Is this because of your affiliation with our country?
Uh, no, I would say it was more because I was affiliated with the previous country. Are you still calling this Karenia?
The city itself will still be called Corellia. There has been no formal declaration of surrender. Um, the Queen is working on that front. But I do think that eventually it will fall under the umbrella of Internum. The goal seems to be the continent.
Hmm. So why are you listening to the priestess if you have a queen?
Well, the Queen has given commands that Kiara, the priestess of the
Hmm.
Temple of the Negriel, has jurisdiction, that her requests should be honored within reason.
So would you say that they are close, the two of them?
No, uh,
No.
I do not think that you should consider a Karenian as an important figure in the new government.
Hmm. Oh, I was under the impression that the Temple of Tenegriel worked directly with the queen. Do they not? The queen isn't a representative of Tenegriel in any way.
Or the Queen is Tenegreal.
Hmm.
But, how should I say? Yes, a goddess is not beholden to her worshippers.
Of course not.
But the reverse is true. So while the priestess might have high regard for the queen, uh, this is not necessarily reciprocated.
Do you like being here? It doesn't seem like the internum is well adapted to this sort of environment.
I am a loyal soldier. That is all that is important.
We have a bit of time. I can't speak with you as a person.
If you would speak to me as a person, I would very much like to focus on a latter topic. What can you tell me about Tarsaria?
Tarsaria is a beautiful place with many resources that are unavailable to this area.
Ah, yes, I am aware of the iron stores. But surely there is other treasure there?
Oh, I mean,
Not for plunder, I mean to say the treasure of culture.
well, unfortunately, I don't get asked a lot about the culture there. I usually just get lumped in as a Karenian.
This is outrageous. You have
I agree.
a nationality your own. You
Of
have
course.
pride in your home.
Of course. As do you, I'm sure.
Yes.
You don't like speaking about your home nation?
Well, there is a measure of secrecy. It is a matter of policy.
Hmm. I'm sure you have a lot of culture that you like to celebrate.
There are a great many things that I love about Internum.
You
I wish for a day when I can share them with someone like you.
sharing your culture.
Yes.
Well, that's what I used to do before um this country became over new management.
When the campaign is over, peace will reign again, and the beauty of each place will be able to shine through, I hope.
Hmm. I don't know if that would happen if everywhere just ends up being internum. That's a bit unfortunate, isn't it? To lose some of the culture along the way.
There is no guarantee that that is the future we will find.
So, what that peace would be your ideal solution to all of this?
War is the way to peace.
Why do you think that way?
Peace that comes from inaction is tense and uneasy, not a true peace at all. Corenia has shared this continent with Internum since time immemorial. And yet, Corenia shows no respect to a sister nation. We
No
see
respect.
there are no delegates, there are no gifts, no trade.
Well,
Internum is not without fault in this situation. Of course, these niceties do not extend in reverse either. But this would still be considered peace.
well, as someone who has been spoken about as a representative of Corenia, I apologize for the rudeness, but I'm afraid
It is a rudeness that both nations have been guilty of, but a rudeness rooted in peace.
I wasn't given any information about the internum. As far as society is concerned, they didn't know who you were.
This is unfortunate, but not unexpected. The Queen has a plan to bring peace to the world by uniting it under one banner.
It's unfortunate that the first time you meet all of these civilizations is with an iron fist, so to speak.
The fist is mine. It is a burden I shall carry for my life. But in future generations, my grandchildren, great grandchildren, will have grown in a world united.
Well, I should think that a lot of the other parts of the world were quite united in a way.
They were in an uneasy, unrestful peace. Tell me, since Internum is so isolated, has there been armed forces in Mochipa?
I'm sorry? Are you asking me if there are Mochipan warriors?
Yes, it is a question to lead to a point I understand, perhaps rude. I know that Korenia and Mochipa were in possession of warriors.
As every nation should be understood at having.
If there is only one nation, there is no need for an army.
So your goal is to just collect societies.
As I understand, but such wisdom is held by our queen.
What makes you so blindly follow your queen? Not speaking disrespectfully, of course. Just
The
having
terminology
full
is not
loyalty.
disrespect. To follow Tenegriel is to walk in blindness.
Right. Why? What draws you to that?
This is the way it's always been.
Because you were born into it, or
Are we not all beholden to the systems in which we are born?
I would have to say I disagree with that, unfortunately. I'm very, very different than the way that I was raised.
Well, this is an interesting school of thought. such difference from my custom. I will hope to hear more about it.
Well, perhaps after meeting with Tenegral, we can once again meet and speak.
I hope that this will be the case. But history has proven different.
Different as in meeting your queen and not leaving.
This is a likely outcome.
Well, I should hope that if your queen wants to unite so many places, she wouldn't be completely opposed to meeting different types of people.
She has her methods.
I'm not sure I understand if she doesn't care very much for other cultures, why she would want to unite many different kingdoms other than creating one culture. It doesn't seem like it would be very beneficial to her.
I am under the belief that having visited many different people, learning about their art, their language, their family, that the queen will soften.
Has that been the experience before? That she softens?
This is the prayer I keep in my heart, that I pray to Tenegreo, that she might hear in the tender hours before I succumb to sleep. For now, we obey.
That makes me very sad for you.
And I am sad for you.
That I don't have someone to tell me what my thoughts are and should be.
That you will have this viewpoint before our queen.
Well, I should hope that we can come to an agreement then. If you have faith that all will end well, I'd like to hope that she also would.
I have enjoyed this time we have had together. And I'll take you to the
Fun
palace.
to talk to. Bye.
They'll open the palace doors. He and the platoon will take you to a staircase to the second floor and then up to the third, lead you out onto the roof and to a ramp that leads up into the Internum airship. Rest of you are looking for a spot on the wall, yes?
That's correct.
Give us a quick investigation check.
$14.
4.
4?
I had a 4.
I got a 14.
I got a 13.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ravi, your best bet is where you climbed over when you were a kid. That's where you think you're most likely. You know you were able to survive a fall from there at the very least, and that they were able to get up onto the wall from the other side. So as long as you can get up from over here, you should be able to get down over there.
Yeah, I will head back and I will look at it almost nostalgically at this point.
There's a bit of dry patch in the grass, sort of commemorating where Ravi tore it up when he landed almost a decade ago.
Experience with this, Robbie?
Yeah, I would say so. I did the reverse trip of this. Ironically fleeing from this district, and now here I am trying to get back to it.
Do you think that the internum would have left this place empty and not like occupy it or anything like that? I
I
see
mean,
it hard to believe, honestly.
based off what we heard from Jangle, my ancestral home is untouched, so I don't think so. And it's not like they're like, oh, that's where Ravi jumped. We need to make sure we guard the spot where Ravi jumped.
I wonder why they stayed away from here and not occupied it. That's like a pretty intriguing question I have and doubt that I have in my mind, honestly. I mean, I'm happy that they had not have occupied it, and if that's true, like we have a safe place to be, but it's still kind of throwing me off.
Well, militaristically speaking, um, they don't want to completely disturb the nobles, so it makes more sense for them to occupy the lower rings. Plus, there's a natural only one gate up, one gate down thing, so anyone trying to get there would have to be funneled through that. They probably wouldn't expect most people to try to do what we're doing. Um, and then it's more symbolic for, I would assume, a goddess to say, look at what I have done to all of the other gods in your world. I have taken all of their buildings, I have converted them, I have imprisoned my greatest rival, I have turned my other rival's temple into my own personal storeroom. Gaze upon me in all of Tenegro's arrogance, that we shall soon exploit.
Robbie on the
Okay.
back.
He was pontificating a little bit there. How to get over the wall?
Um, if you could get up there some way, Kriv, and take a rope. If you don't have a rope, I got a rope. If you don't,
I think I have some still. Um,
Do you want me to go up there?
well, the reason why I said Kriv is because they can fly and then tie it and then toss the rope and then we climb.
True. Fair, fair, fair.
um, can we get an idea of like if we got to the top of this wall, could any of these soldiers see us?
It would be difficult to say until you're on top of the wall.
Okay. I Guys, how about I can turn into a bird to get up there? I think I might want to take like a super quick, I'm talking like super fast, tiny circle around the immediate area to know if there's like soldiers just around the corner we can't see or anything. Or if they're standing on the other side of the wall before we continue with this. That good?
What kind of bird?
Like the ones in the air that we can see.
Oh,
The
like
most normal, boring bird that you just couldn't even pick out if you wanted to.
That's a pigeon.
I love pigeons.
Okay. Kriv can transform into a pigeon and fly and circle up above. Make a perception check.
Nat 20 again plus 7.
Okay.
Damn.
You see the
Let's
whole thing. There definitely is a larger military presence in the Temple District. That's where it like from the outside, that seems to be where the highest concentration is. There are quite a few in the trades in the dock district also. The palace you can't really see in just flying around, but there are guards posted on the exterior of the palace. You don't get too close to the airship because we don't know exactly what's going on with that thing yet. The upper district has soldiers in it, but they seem to be more like off duty. They're kind of relaxing. And they're carousing with some of the nobles that live there. The nobles seem nonplussed about the occupation. And they're just sort of, chatting friendly with the soldiers that are stationed there with them. There are some more like higher ranking officials. You could see some fancier uniforms on the people that are up there. There is no indication that any of the houses in the upper district are occupied by soldiers in any way. The people that live in houses still seem to be living there. You see inside a couple of windows there are still Karenians in their own homes. It hasn't really been disrupted in that district to any degree close to the rest of the city. You'll still have to be stealthy. People in the Temple District might see you. The DeMonte Manor is empty and dilapidated at this point. It has not been kept up. Nobody has come in or out for a long time.
And then the area by where we are by the wall is clear enough.
Nobody's there. The people in the Temple District may be able to see you when you're on top of the wall. They have to look over there. It's not too dissimilar from the Trade District. There's just more people in the Temple District. You guys, as long as you're passing without trace, like you probably should be able to sneak over the wall without getting spotted.
Hey. I will. I already forgot if I'm supposed to just go the other. I'm supposed to go on top, I think. I have rope. I will.
Can
This is like the worst part about having bad brain in real life. Stopping on top doesn't sound smart, and I already forgot what our plan was.
You're just looking for a place to tie off a rope to toss it down on the other side of the wall so me and Iverson can climb up.
Yeah.
So, like the base of a tree, if you can find a part of the wall to tie it to, or to wedge the thing in between, just anything.
There are trees in the Demented Garden. There are pillars holding up like garden fixtures. There are a few different things that you could tie it to. You probably have to be like actual crib to really do the tying, though.
Yeah. Okay. If that's close enough to where we are, that they'll see. I'll. The Noble District, I'd land and be big crib again.
Sure.
And,
Robbie and I were saying you can just
start
like
tying it off.
tug the rope on your side until you can feel that it's taut. And then climb yourselves over. I won't require a check for that because we would just do it until we could get ourselves up.
Okay.
And then the three of you can squat in the DeMonte Manor until you're ready to make your next move, which we will do next time
on Dragon Ball Z.
I will be out of town next week, and then the week after that, Thursday, will be Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So I think we will not be back until December. Is that right? Or is it like
wow.
November, the very last Thursday or something?
Probably the very last Thursday, honestly.
Is the 30th a Thursday?
It'll actually be the 1st. The 1st of December is
the 1st?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It'll be the 1st of December.
Oof.
That's 3 weeks. From
Yes.
which is not terrible. So yeah, how's your taste captured? That might
This is
go
not
well.
ideal. This is not gone according to plan.
Oh, come on. It'll go
No.
fine.
If
You
it was
could
gonna
have
be any of us, she's the best. though.
you could have
That's true.
bamfed out of there. You could have just teleported out of there.
But it felt so wrong.
Your
But so right at the same
specialty-
time.
If
Your
it,
specialty is lying to be cool.
I think teleporting out of there would have been maybe the worst thing to do, because that would have been like, she's here, like, and then whoop, sirens go off, everybody's like going crazy.
I mean, she could have just teleported out and then turned into a mist, and then who the hell is gonna know she's a mist?
Once they have her, if she just disappears, that's the thing. Even if they don't see her anymore after that, it's like that's what sets them off, and they're ready to go. I think playing along was probably the right move. You gotta wait for an opportunity.
Not to mention, I don't know how often you think I can use Misty Step and Gaseous Form, but I can only use Misty Step one more time. And to be honest, I thought I was gonna get shoved in like a prison. So I was saving the Misty Step, right? To just like bloop, out of the prison.
I would have to say you
It ended up
better,
not being prison.
yeah, and you better save that writing thingy, and keep it away from everybody.
Still have that? Who knows?
Yeah.
Well, I was very thankful that I had a weird number of skulls with magic in them. Because that made it seem a lot more normal that I wouldn't have something else.
Yeah.
And now a dark priestess has them.
That's sad. She's
That's real bad.
all over the place in the dark.
All right, I'm ending the stream. Bye now.
Bye!